Hello Stampers, happy Monday. I'm a little bit late posting my video today. Apologies for that. It was kind of a busy weekend, but it was also a beautiful weekend. We are having the most spectacular fall here in Alberta. So I hope you were all able to experience some wonderful weather too, wherever you are. And speaking of fall, I thought we would take a look at this Soft Seedlings Stamp Set today and do a project with it. It is a stamp set that's in our mini on page 53, so it's this one, kind of a smaller photo, so you could kind of miss it. It's right next to this really nice painted pheasant one, and there are some great samples there, but this is the one we are going to play with a little bit today. Okay, so I will show you our sample, and it is this. So I thought, oh, this just really makes me think of fall when I was putting this together. I thought it makes a nice sympathy card, but it could be a lovely birthday card for somebody that might be celebrating a birthday in the fall, or just a card to say hello, that sort of thing. You could use these for so many occasions. So we are going to put this together today. All right, so we are going to start with a piece of Cajun Craze, and I must confess, I pretty much use this color most in the fall when it comes to creating fall projects. I just think it's the perfect color that just shouts fall to me, as well as the crushed curry. So this piece, I cut it 5 1/4 by 4, and I will post all these measurements as well. But I think you can tell this has been embossed, this layer. And this was embossed with the new Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. This is also in the mini, and I just love how these leaves just kind of cascade and look like they're falling off the trees in the wind. This is what it actually looks like. It's a large 6 by 6, and you've got that cascading pattern here on the embossing folder. So really nice. So that is what I embossed this with. So we will attach this to our base. And I'll put it like this here. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of stamping here with these leaves. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla that I cut at 5 by 2 1/2, and we're going to use some different colors on this to get these different sort of leaf colors, but we're only going to use one stamp, so that's going to require us to clean them in between stamping. So you can start with any color you like. I picked out Cajun Craze, crushed curry again, and then I'm adding Mossy Meadow for a pop of green. Now, the first thing I wanted to do, I thought a little bit of splatter might look kind of nice in between. I don't know if you can see that on this sample. There's some really little subtle splatter in there. And I thought, oh, okay, this stamp set doesn't have splatter images in it. So I went hunting around and I found one in Daffodil Daydream. So this little splatter stamp is what I'm going to use to just make that background splatter. We could have some other stamp sets in our collection with a sort of a splatter image if you have something different, or if you don't want to put it on at all, that's fine. But I'm going to do it with Crumb Cake. And I don't want it too dark, so I'm going to do some stamping off. So I'm going to ink it up, stamp off, and then just sort of randomly stamp a bit of a background because, you know, I just wanted to poke through at various points just a little bit to give it a little bit of a look. Okay, so now we're going to start stamping those leaves. So I pulled out the large stamp from the stamp set, but we're not going to ink up the whole thing. You could, if you just sort of want, you know, maybe one stamp on there, but I just basically want a little bit of the edges of this, what I call maple leaf here. And I know colors you can choose whatever you like works for you. I know in different areas of the country and probably in the US as well and elsewhere, you know, our different regions have different fall colors. So I know here in Alberta, we tend to have a lot of yellows and greens and browns, a little bit of the oranges and reds, but not as much as I know Eastern Canada, like Quebec, Ontario. They have spectacular maple trees and different trees that are just a beautiful red or plum color, just some beautiful reds in their color palette. So definitely use whatever colors you want for your leaf. So I'm going to start with the Mossy Meadow and just ink up the edge. And I'm going to do this here at the top. Now, because of this stamp, it's kind of, this might be one of our distinctive stamps where you see there's a little bit of a lighter hue on the inside of the leaf, and that is normal. And you can see that in the stamp, how it's darker on the edges, and we've got that sort of lighter look of the ink, which is beautiful. So I'm going to clean this off before we go to our next color. Okay, so let's pull out our crushed curry. And you can stamp however many in one color that you like. If you like lots of yellows or lots of reds, by all means, you know, make more than one stamp. I'm going to do 2 yellows here. I'll put one here in the bottom corner, like so. So that's my crushed curry. Clean our stamp for our third color, which will be our Cajun Craze. So let's ink up this. And your color is going to be determined too by how inky your stamp set is. I know my Cajun probably needs to be re-inked, so this may actually turn out a little bit lighter than it would normally, but that's okay too. Okay, so let's put a little more red down there. Okay, I'll close that up, and then I'm going to use this little leaf stamp here, and I'm going to add a little bit more of the Mossy Meadow, I think, in between. So I'll put one in here, and then you can always just add like the corner bit if you want. You don't have to. And I think I'm good with how that looks. Beautiful fall imagery on there. Love it. Okay, so now we're ready to put this on our card. And I'm going to put this here on the left because I want a lot of this beautiful embossing to show. So we will just add that onto the left, leaving a little bit of that crushed curry border all around. All right, so now I'm going to attach my greetings. So this one I did a thinking of you, but I thought for this one I'm just going to do for you. So these are greetings in the stamp set. There's a thinking of you, so grateful, for you, or hello. A really nice selection of greetings. So I stamped that in the Cajun Craze and ran it through the Stylish Shapes die. And I did the same die, size die, but I just cut it in the Cajun Craze. And I'm just going to sort of layer these on top of each other, okay? So this is a little bit smaller than the greeting on my sample, but that's okay. So I think I'll put this here. This one might just show a little more of our stamping. And this one, I'm just going to sort of offset that a little bit here, like so. So for you, and then we're going to add just a little bit of an embellishment. So I did put together a double bow out of linen thread, which we're going to attach because I think this is always beautiful for fall cards too, our linen thread. And then new in our mini, we have these open leaf trinkets, and they look like this. So they're sort of a gold color, and they have a little bit of weight to them. So you might want to check at the post office if your card might need extra postage or not. And a little bit of bulk, but I just thought, oh, these look nice. Let's try to incorporate these. So I'm going to attach these with some glue dots. So maybe just sort of decide where you would like it on your card here. And I think I'm probably good with that. So I'm going to put a couple of glue dots, maybe just over here. Oops. And maybe put one right on the embellishment as well. Don't think there's really necessarily a right or a wrong side to these, but let's put another one just here towards the bottom. They are clear, so you don't really see a lot of that. Now we're just going to put this here, and then we'll attach our linen thread just on top of that. So it does hide our greeting, I guess, a bit. I could have put that a little bit higher maybe, but we'll leave it for now. Definitely, you can decide where you would like to put your greeting. So we'll just add a couple of more glue dots. I think this linen thread measured about 18 inches, and then I just folded it in half and tied a double bow. I thought it looked a little more substantial than just our single piece. And then I'm just going to trim these tails a little bit here to even them out. And there is your card. So, two different ideas, thinking of you or for you, and beautiful, beautiful fall colors on those cards. So I do have a host code set up, but I don't have it here in front of me, but I will put it on the post. And you're welcome to use that at checkout at christineludwig.stampinup.net, which is my website. And you're also welcome to follow me and like my Facebook page, my Pinterest page, and my YouTube channel. I'd love if you would subscribe to it. And they are all known as Christine's Stamping Spot. So I hope you enjoyed that project today, and we will see you again next time. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.